Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of Sundown Depot. Today I will be making hard meringues, but before we get to that, I just want to say Happy New Year everyone. This is my first video for 2021. I'm also have to show off my Christmas gift. It's an apron. My grandma made me an apron with my little video name there. Alrighty. Well, without further ado, let's get on to the recipe. Alright, so for our meringue recipe here, it's 3 egg whites, a teaspoon of vanilla, a 1/4 teaspoon of cream of tartar, and a cup of sugar. These egg whites are left over from a previous recipe. There's actually 12 egg whites here. So we're going to times everything by 4 for this video here. So first thing we're going to do, we are going to add our egg whites into our mixing bowl over here. Okay. We'll add 1 teaspoon cream of tartar. Whoa. Cream of tartar. And then 4 teaspoons of vanilla. Three and 4. Alright. So, as you can see, I have a whisk attachment on my mixer here. That's going to help you the best. And then you're just going to turn it up really high. And you're just going to let it beat until your egg whites are foamy. All right. So as you can see, we got some foamy egg whites here. At this point, we're going to gradually add in our sugar. So like I said earlier, it's 1 cup for every 3 egg whites. So I got 4 cups of sugar in this bowl here. So while it's still mixing, we're just going to gradually add our sugar in. And what's going to happen, whoops, is that the egg whites and sugar are going to mix together and start creating a kind of like whipped cream, but it's meringue. And I'm just going to crank the speed up here. Now you don't want to overbeat this, otherwise it's going to collapse. You're going to beat this until the meringue peaks, which means that, like when you take the whisk out of the mixture, the meringue forms little peaks. Alright, so I'll let this run for a little bit. Since this is a quadrupled batch, it took a little while for our meringue to stiffen up. As you pull away, it's gonna form these really stiff peaks here. And basically, these are still a little soft, but they're stiff enough for what we want to do here. So from here, you're gonna want to get either like a piping bag or gallon-sized bag, and you're gonna transfer your meringue to the bag. I'll scrape off our whisk here. And you kind of want to be gentle with the meringue so you don't let it collapse. So this is probably the trickiest part here. Otherwise, you can just spoon it out and mold it onto your pan. But I kind of feel piping is easier. I guess to an extent, since this is kind of tricky. All right. Gently squeeze this down. I'm gonna cut our tip off here. We'll go right about there. All right. So on a cookie sheet, baking sheet, you're gonna want to line it with parchment paper, or if you have like brown paper, that too. And then you're just gonna make little discs of meringue. It's a little personal size. And kind of form a cup. You're gonna fill your pan as much as you can. And these aren't perfect, but they'll taste just as good all the same. Now, you're gonna wanna have your oven preheated to 275 degrees Fahrenheit. And I would probably have your rack either in the middle or kind of in the middle to top. That one's gonna be a disc. So they're not pretty, but they're good. Once you got your pan full, you're gonna pop this in the oven for about an hour. All right, so this is what the meringues look like after they're out of the oven. One of the other things that I had done was after they had cooked for the hour, I turned the oven off and let them cool for another hour inside the oven. They lost a bit of their form here, which is indication that they were overbeat. The peaks were not stiff enough, so they kind of got overbeaten there. Just to kind of give you an idea of what they look, what happens. On the insides, you kind of get like this marshmallowy texture here, which doesn't make it bad at all. Just makes it a little chewy. I had actually gone ahead and made another batch, a smaller one. One of the things I had done, instead of the 3 eggs to 1 cup of sugar, I had done 4 egg whites to 1 cup of sugar. And I think they're very successful. So here's what they look like. I had some of these, I had added a powdering of baking cocoa. But as you can see, we got that nice peak there. It held pretty well. Cups held just as well. So these are yellow, which is, I ended up putting too much vanilla in on accident. So they have a very vanilla taste to them, but they're still very good. But they're lighter too, which is another thing. Like this one here, I mean, it's a little more dense. Well, a little more dense compared to these. And almost if you just kind of break it and it just kind of crumbles. So that's a good meringue. It just kind of, it almost basically crumbles. So that's just how you make meringue. It wasn't a total success, but also wasn't a total failure, because they still taste good. If there's any recipes that you'd like to see me try out on any of my next videos, please let me know. Either message in the comments or message me directly, and I'll see what I can do. Otherwise, please keep watching, like and subscribe, and share with your friends and family. Thank you, and have a wonderful day.